Warning: sensitive images.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Activism was my life. I was fighting for dissection alternatives in high schools, and I ended up being able to help change a law in Illinois that required alternative options for students from K through 12 when I was 16.
Continue watching to find out more.
No to vegan so you can keep brushing your teeth and your mouth, but still feel filthy.
Wise viewers, Ziara Jbai. This translates to hello in the Abkhaz language. My name is Kwarasa. The environmentally attuned people of the Autonomous Republic of Abkhazia thank all the vegan activists and advocates for their inspiring efforts to save our magnificent animal friends, our life-giving planet Earth, and humanity. Welcome to part 1 of A Day in the Life of Vegan Creators with Leanne, Mai-ly, Hilgart, and Prabhat Gautam, both vegans. Leanne, Mai-ly, Hilgart has been vegan for over 20 years and is so passionate about ensuring a sustainable and compassionate future on Earth that she has dedicated her life's work to changing mindsets and creating a vegan world. She has been an active pioneer in the conscious consumerism movement for the past 12 years. Making use of the latest technology, Leanne Mai-ly aims to bring about an end to the dreadful use of people from the animal kingdoms in fashion. She has earned international recognition and glowing accolades in appreciation for her innovative vegan fashion brand, VEG. Media company Condé Nast named Leanne Mai-ly Hilgart a game changer, embodying courage, creativity, and conviction. By PETA, or People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, for their first U.S. Fashion Awards, Ms. Hilgart was hailed the most influential designer. Media and news reviews have also named Leanne Mai-ly a mogul and the rebel of Fashion Week, who is breaking history as she strategically leads increasingly conscious consumers toward the vegan trend. Prabhat Gautam has been vegan for 22 years and focuses on connecting like-minded people in similar fields to speed up the global shift to veganism. He is the founder of Positive Television, which showcases individuals and organizations making a positive change in the world, and celebrity fundraising events. The mission of this project is to broadcast the type of television that creates real social change. Mr. Gautam has organized over 800 events, often for new vegan restaurants or business openings, including events for famous vegan documentaries, Forks Over Knives, and Vegucated. He is also the founder of the Animal Advocacy Museum in Pasadena, California, a nonprofit museum dedicated to promoting awareness of the critical issues surrounding how animals are treated. Today, it is our pleasure to introduce Leanne Mai-ly Hilgart and Prabhat Gautam, who join us to talk about their journey to becoming vegan, as well as the various projects they have worked on that have led to their collaboration on A Day in the Life of Vegan Creators. Even as a child, Leanne Mai-ly Hilgart always felt a deep connection to animals and was very aware of the suffering animals go through to unjustifiably become food for humans.
I'm Leanne Mai-ly Hilgart. I grew up in Chicago, and I went vegetarian when I was 10 and I did my social studies fair report. They basically said, like, pick a topic that you want to learn more about. And for me, I always loved animals, but I ate a lot of animals. My dad grew up on a dairy farm and my mom is Taiwanese. So, we ate a lot of meat and a lot of dairy. And I would rescue the animals in my neighborhood. I would make art, sell it door to door to raise money for the animal shelter. But I was still eating a lot of animals. And I picked for my topic factory farming, vivisection, and the fur industry for that social studies fair report. I just wanted to know, like, how do animals go from being these living beings that I'm friends with in my neighborhood to being food? I just didn't get it. So I then studied all those things and I was like, I can't eat my friends anymore. I visited my uncle's dairy farm and played with the cows, came in for steak dinner, and like tried to be polite as a child, tried to put one piece in my mouth. And my body was like, no, you are not eating your friends, like literally. I went to the bathroom, I spit it out, and I never ate animals again.
Already in high school, Leanne was an animal person activist.
Activism was my life. I was fighting for dissection alternatives in high schools, and I ended up being able to help change a law in Illinois that required alternative options for students from K through 12 when I was 16.
During high school, she went to a camp that educated her on the importance of shifting to a fully vegan diet.
Still eating dairy until I went to a camp that Ocean Robbins, John Robbins' son, started, and we ate vegan the whole week. And I learned that the veal industry is the same as the dairy industry, and now everyone knows how awful veal is. And I was like, wow, how could I be eating dairy this whole time? But people are always surprised when they find out a cow doesn't make milk for humans. They're not making extra milk like they show in all the farm animal books that I loved as a child. They're making that milk for their baby. And so their baby needs to be stolen for them to then give us their milk. And I think when it hits people and they realize the truth of it, then it's hard to eat dairy ever again. So anyway, that's when I stopped eating dairy. I went full vegan.
I wouldn't particularly like someone to kill and eat me. I don't think any being wants to be slaughtered, killed, and eaten, and especially considering the horrific manner in which animals are killed in this day and age. The Venerable Jetsuma Tenzin Palmo, vegetarian.
Wondrous viewers, we will pause for a moment to thank the beautiful birds that uplift us with joyful melodies through our open windows. We'll be right back after this message here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, A Day in the Life of Vegan Creators with Leanne, Mai-ly, Hilgart, and Prabhat Gautam. Now let us hear about Prabhat Gautam's journey to becoming vegan and how he helps connect vegans with like-minded individuals from various occupations, backgrounds, and locations to speed up the global shift to world vegan.
I'm Prabhat Gautam, and my activist journey started in human rights, and I was vegetarian at the time. And then when I went over to becoming vegan in 1999, I really felt that human rights, animal rights, social justice, it's all so tied together. And so what was really important for me was trying to figure out how can I speed up the animal rights world and what are things that I can uniquely do to help make veganism international and make more people interested in this whole issue.
Since becoming vegan, Prabhat has always focused on his talent to organize groups and host events to bring like-minded people together to learn from each other and work together to spread veganism faster through many different channels.
My early years were helping put together fundraising events for Mercy for Animals, General Barnes Going National event. I oversaw the advisory board for Compassion Over Killing. And then what that turned into is people would ask me to put together book launches or restaurant openings for them. And then when people were starting new businesses or new nonprofits, they would come and ask me for help, either in finding funding for them or meeting other people in the same field. And then I would help introduce people to one another. And it's been really rewarding for me because the idea of putting key people together to make veganism global much quicker is something that's super appealing. And I'm really excited that I get to be part of that.
Prabhat is humorously called a people collector because he always tries to connect like-minded people together, especially if they are in a similar industry or location.
I have a friend who said they're stamp collectors and I'm a people collector. And it's funny because when I met Leanne, I thought, oh my gosh, this woman knows fashion. She's eco-friendly. I have to put her in like 9 different categories. She's on the East Coast. So once you know all these things about somebody, when someone is in either entering her same field or on that, part of the world, I'm going to make sure to email or text Leanne and say, here's an eco-friendly person. Can you please advise them and help them?
Prabhat was vegetarian for 6 years before switching to a vegan diet. He shares this message about the importance of going fully vegan.
But I really hope that for all the viewers out there, don't get stuck in being vegetarian. Like that really, it still ends up hurting all the animals because, as I said, the cows and chickens still end up being killed, the dairy cows and the chickens that lay eggs. But I didn't know any different. I thought vegetarian was better than the meat system, the way I understood it, but I didn't understand how it all played out. So health-wise, I don't think I've ever been anywhere near as healthy as since I became vegan, because you start to enjoy vegetables, you start trying new stuff, you're just much more open to food that I think most people that eat meat and most vegetarians are far more restrictive. And I think what people miss is when you go vegan, you can find a vegan version of Ethiopian, Japanese food, Indian food, Mexican food, and then you're happy to try, quesadillas and enchiladas and whatever the meal is, right? Like noodles, and you just need it to be vegan. So I think my diet is far more expansive since I went vegan. There's no meat, but if you think of it, there's vegan versions of almost every meat now. So what am I missing out on? I still have all the amazing flavors and no animals are hurt.
To learn more about Leanne Mai-ly Hilgart, vegan, and her designs, please visit leannemaily.com. To learn more about Prabhat Gautam, vegan, and his work, please visit positivetelevision.org.
As a non-vegan, your name's already registered in hell. The only way to get out is to do the opposite.
Generous viewers, thank you for being here with us today. Please join us next Tuesday, September 27th, for part 2, where Leanne and Prabhat will talk about their new show, A Day in the Life of Vegan Creators. Coming up next is Reign with Compassion and Consideration for All Sentient Beings, part 3 of 5 on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May you enjoy freedom, joy, and spiritual upliftment through the grace of the divine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG.
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule ਅਤੇ suprememastertv.com/VEG।